Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to work on a tutorial on how to crochet a basic newborn beanie. Okay, what you're going to need is a tapestry needle. This is to weave in your ends when you're done. You will need a 6mm crochet hook. This is a size J US, and your yarn. I am using Red Heart Super Saver, and this is Aran Fleck. It's a leftover from a scarf I made earlier. Of course, if you're making this beanie for a baby, you want to use soft baby yarn, but this is just for the sake of this tutorial. You are going to need the basic knowledge on how to crochet things like slip stitch, make a double crochet, a single crochet, and half double crochets. All right, let's go ahead and begin this project. Go ahead and get your yarn. I'm going to move up just a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. Go ahead and make a loop and put your crochet hook through it. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitch to join with the beginning stitch to form a ring. We're going to hold the straggler along the length of the ring, and we will be crocheting over this straggler. Chain 2. Your chain 2 is going to act as your first double crochet, and then go ahead and chain 11 double crochets in the ring. That's 2, 3. I'm counting including the first chain 2, so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Slip stitch to join at the top of your chain 2. Go ahead and tag onto the straggler to close the loop, and this is what your work should be looking like. Chain 2 for round 2. And in the same chain 2 stitch, which is right there, you're going to double crochet in the same stitch. You'll have 2 double crochets, and we're going to work 2 double crochets in every stitch around for a total of 24. I'm sorry about that. All right, 2 double crochets in each stitch for a total of 24. Okay, go all the way around, working 2 double crochets in each stitch around. As I mentioned in the beginning, this yarn is not the best yarn for a newborn baby beanie. You want to buy baby yarn, a softer yarn for the baby. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just using leftover yarn that I had from a slouchy beanie I custom made for one of my clients. Okay, so we are working 2 double crochets in each of the stitches around for a total of 24 stitches on round 2. Okay, and slip stitch to join at the top of your chain 2 at the beginning. This is what your work should look like in round 2. Round 3, chain 2. Your chain 2 is going to count as your first chain. Double crochet in the next chain. 2 double crochets in the next chain. I'm sorry. Your chain 2 acts as your first double crochet, and in the next stitch 2 double crochets. In the next stitch 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the following stitch, and that is your repetitive sequence all around. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, for a total of 36 stitches at the end of your round. Go ahead and work that, and I will meet you at the end of your round. Again, your repetitive sequence is 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the following stitch, for a total of 36 stitches on round 3. And that will conclude our increase rounds. No more increases. Round 3 is going to conclude our increases. And this is because this is a newborn beanie. If you're working on a toddler or an adult size, your increases would be different. We would work more increases to make a bigger hat. Alright, go ahead and slip stitch to join at the top of your chain 2, and this is what your work should look like. It should look a little bit curved in already. That's perfectly fine. Alright, we're going to round 4, chain 2, and work 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Your chain 2 acts as your first double crochet, then we have 2, 3, you're working 1 double crochet in each stitch around. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. Okay, and that is round 4. You have a total of 36. Now for rounds 5 to 10, you are going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, 1 double crochet in each stitch around rounds 5 to 10. Go ahead and work 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and I will meet you at the end of round 10. Okay, all right, I'm on round 9. I'm beginning round 9. This is what your work should look like. You should have already formed a cup. Okay, for round 9, chain 2, 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and the same for round 10, 1 double crochet in each stitch around. And when you reach the end of your round 10, that should conclude your newborn beanie. And then I'll show you how to close it up so that the top can be held a little snug so it's not too loose and opens up whenever you wash it. I've seen some beanies made without a good closing, and when you wash them they kind of sag. They open up at the brim, and then it won't fit the baby or won't fit an adult as snug as it should around the head. Okay, I'm concluding round 9, and then I have one more round to go, and we should be finishing our newborn beanie here. Okay, slip stitch to join at the top of your chain 2, and this is round 10. Again, 1 double crochet in each stitch around, and this will be our last round. Now, if you have tight tension, you may want to use a big crochet hook. I would recommend the 6.5, and if you have loose tension, you want a smaller size hook. I would recommend this the 5.5. Now, of course, all this depends on the yarn you're using. If you're using a 4-ply yarn, the hooks I'm recommending will work perfectly, and if you're using an 8-ply, then you definitely want to adjust your hook size based on the thickness of the thread. For bulkier yarns, you definitely want to use bigger hook sizes. I would say the 8mm or the 9mm. Okay, I need to hook up my yarn here. Bear with me, I ran out of the yarn, so I need to go ahead and attach a new one. Bear with me. You should be on your 10th round, and we're just about done. Okay, so I just added some more yarn here. I have a few more stitches to complete this newborn beanie. This should be a very simple project for a beginner, and again, what I always recommend is that you work on a few of these so that you're comfortable with it, and then move on to the next step. You can make as many of these in as many colors as possible. Give gifts, take some of them to the shelters. I sometimes ship some of mine to a friend of mine in Utah who works for a homeless shelter. Alright, this is what your newborn beanie should look like at round 10. This is the inside. As you can see, this is our straggler from the beginning. If you put it on the inside, this is what your beanie looks like. This will fit the head of a newborn. It stretches, and it stretches downward as well. Now, to close off the brim here so that it doesn't sag, it will open up like that if we do not close it properly. We are going to work a single crochet stitch all around it, but it's going to be a little different. So let me move this close so you can see. Go ahead and chain 1, and we are going to work on the inside. If you're looking at your work, you have 2 stitches in between the stitches right on top there. That's what we're going to do. You're going to get your crochet hook and go from the inside to the outside and pull through and make a single crochet. I'm not sure if you're seeing this properly. Let me turn around. There is your work. You're going to go to the top of your work, go inside and come back out as if you were going to make a front post double crochet, except you're doing a single crochet front post crochet. Okay, a single front post crochet. There you are. Instead of a double crochet, you're doing a single front post. Go behind and back, and this is going to create a neat closing for your work. Okay, work as if you're making a front post double crochet, except you're using the single crochet. I hope you can see that. Go in and come out using only the top stitches right there, and then pull out. And what is going to happen is you're going to create this very neat pattern at the top, and this keeps the work in a neat state, so that whether you wash it or tag it, it's not going to stretch and become loose around the head. Okay, so work a single crochet, a single front post crochet, yes, instead of a double front post. So you're working a single stitch and creating kind of a front post, and I'm not sure if that's working out well for you. Do you see what I'm doing? Okay, and if this works out harder for you, just work a single crochet all around to close it up. I thought this might work better, but if you can see again, there is my needle, and at the top, you're working on the top portion of your work only, going from in the top and going to the outside. Wrap your yarn around, pull it out, and make a single crochet back in and out around the post, and make a single crochet in, wrap your yarn around, in, come out, wrap your yarn around and pull it right out, and make a single crochet right back in and out around that post, wrap your yarn around, pull it out, and make your single crochet, go in, and at the back of that post, wrap your yarn around, pull it out, and make your single crochet. And that's the sequence all around, and that will complete your baby beanie. Okay, so when you're done, you're going to go ahead and slip stitch to join at the end, and then cut your yarn, and we will use the tapestry needle to sew it in. I'm coming to the end of it. This shouldn't have taken as long as this. This should be pretty much a 10 to 15 minute project for an advanced crocheter. And if you're a beginner, don't worry about the time. Time is of no consequence as long as you're learning it. When I'm learning something new, of course, I always set myself a learning curve. You don't have to do that as yet until you pick up the basics. Okay, and then when you're done, you slip stitch, and we're going to get a scissor. Going to cut that a little bit for you to sew and pull that out. Using your tapestry needle, go ahead and thread that leftover yarn there. And you're going to go ahead and stitch this on the inside so that it doesn't show, and just close this tight so that when you wash it, it doesn't come loose in the washing machine. Just make sure you tie it up at least 2 times. Go ahead and cut that loose end. Go back on the inside. Go ahead and take that straggler that we started with. Thread your tapestry needle, and go ahead and go all around on the inside and tug that in as well. Sew it up tight so that when it's being washed in the machine, this does not come loose. I always do that 3 times to make sure that it's secure. And then go ahead and cut that off. And voila, there is your newborn beanie. Now, You can go ahead and add embellishments if you want. For a boy, you can put some buttons on it if you want. If it's a girl, you can put some pom-pom or crochet a flower to add. I don't have any crochet flowers around. I thought I had made a few before, but I don't work on baby stuff very often. But there you are, your newborn beanie. If you like this, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to my channel to help me grow my channel, and I will be back with the adult beanie in my next tutorial. Until then, stay blessed. I am African Crab. See you later.